Milorad here. Today I'm going to unbox and test Honeywell portable evaporating cooler. The model is CS10XE. And we bought this cooler because we have central air condition, but our rooms kind of not getting enough cool air, and that's why we bought this portable cooler, just to see if it's going to make any difference in our room. This big package came the other day, and let's see what we have here. We have some documentation, warranty card, user manual. I need to read this user manual before we turn it on. And we have this little small remote control. Okay, there is styrofoam of the top, and plastic wrap, and there is a cooler. I will go and read the user manual before we do anything, before we start testing this cooler. Because I read on user manual, this is the tray when you put the water, and that's what we're going to do now. And this is showing level of the water. We have minimum and we have maximum. I'm going to fill it with water right now. Need more than 3 bottles of water. There's a power light. We just hit the power and it started working. I see fan is on. There's a high speed, medium speed, lower speed of the fan, high, medium, low. Now it's working, but it's just throwing air. It's like a regular fan. Now we'll hit the cool, and I'm not sure how long it should take. We will let it work a little bit. Maybe it needs somehow to cool that water that we just put in the tray. I think it's kind of a little bit lower temperature coming out from the cooler. We will let it work for a couple minutes, and we will have definite answer after that. We have our cooler working for a couple minutes now, and when you hit this swing, Actually, it's internally moving. I'm not sure, it's moving very slowly. I'm not sure if it's possible to see, but here you can see it's moving. It's kind of oscillating very, very slowly inside. It's not the whole unit oscillating, just inside fan. And here we have this remote control, and this piece of plastic is probably to protect the battery. And now we will remove it and hopefully activate it. Let's see. Yes, it works. Okay, L means timer. We have cool, we have fan, and we have swing. Just the basic buttons to control this fan. And we have all three on except swing. And swing is on as well. Remote control is working. And now I can feel it's blowing cooler air. Not just air like when we started with, now it's blowing cooler air. For now, everything's working fine. We will test it a little bit longer today and maybe tomorrow, and then we will kind of wrap up this video. Hi, Milorad here. Final words about this Honeywell Air Cooler, Evaporative Air Cooler. It's practically big fan. Its kind of design is on a little bit English side, not modern at all. It's very, very loud. That means you cannot sleep with this thing on. It's just impossible. And then if you have cool button pressed, you can even hear water is kind of almost like a running water. And running water sound is some kind of calming, but not here because of that fan blowing extremely loud, and then you can hear water kind of circulating or doing something. It's not pleasant sound, to say at least. It is big plastic fan that you can move around. Hi, Milorad here. I'm here with this evaporating air cooler from Honeywell, and now I need to talk about how I feel about it after longer than a week of testing. I was reading a little bit about this air cooler and practically changed my mind, because misconception is this is air conditioning, and it's not. It's just fan with some circulating water that's supposed to evaporate, and that fan should push that evaporated water into the air and that way cool the air. After several days of testing, we see that the tank is actually empty. That means it's doing something. We don't feel that air is much cooler, except when you close to the fan, you can feel, because the fan is very powerful. You have 3 speeds of fan. They're doing all good. I'm not sure that technology is doing that much to cool the air. It cools a little bit when you're close to the unit, And because water is evaporating, it's probably doing something. And this is air cooler, it's not air conditioner that we think it is. It's just cooling the air. It's a big fan that's supposed to cool the air. Now, I think what it does good. It cools the surrounding air because of fan. And then, for that reason, I will give him probably 3 stars from 5. It's doing what it's supposed to be doing. I just cannot pass on how loud this unit is when it's on. It's extremely loud. You cannot watch TV, you cannot do anything, you cannot have conversation when this thing is on. And of course you cannot sleep with this thing, that's almost impossible. And then second negative is this design, and then price. Price is extremely high for this kind of unit. I think it's from $215 to $250 at some stores. I think this is extremely high for practically a fan. And really good fan, but it's still a fan. And for that reasons, I will give him 3 stars from 5, and we will keep it because we cannot return it, because we bought it on extremely low price. It's probably going to be discontinued, and they slashed the price in half, and we bought it, and for that reason they will not accept return. That means we are stuck with it. Well, we are okay. You can use it, just to be aware of very, very high noise that is producing. Thank you very much. This is Milorad reviewing Honeywell Evaporating Air Cooler. Now you can hear the water when pump stop circulating water. You can hear, and it's also you can hear the water circulating when it's on, and that adds already noisy unit. It adds more noise.